Good morning and welcome to Earnings Edge right here at NDTV Profit. We're now taking stock of IRCTC on the back of the Q1 numbers. Revenue grew by roughly around 11% while margins, while degrew compared to the same time last year, profitability was very strong, up roughly 33%. To talk about the numbers and a little bit more on the segmental performance of the company, we're now joined by Mr. Sanjay Kumar Jain, the CMD of IRCTC. Good morning, Mr. Jain, and thank you so much for joining us today. I wanted to just start with, the Q1 numbers. It's been a decent set of quarters, which is impacted by, elections as well as other heat wave and other issues as well. Talk us through, how has this quarter been? Because we've seen some growth in segments such as, catering as well as rail need, but seen some degrowth in tourism and internet ticketing. What led to this particular quarter-on-quarter impact? And if you could talk us through the demand environment as well.
Puneet, first of all, I wish good morning to everyone, and let me clear you that this is not the excellent result only. It is the highest ever Q1 result, both in revenue and margin. And another thing, all our segments except tourism has done equally well. They all grew in 2 digits, and in tourism, yes, certainly because of code of conduct, model code of conduct due to election declaration, we could not do good, but we will be coming back very quickly in this quarter.
Now, I just want to talk about the business per se, sir. As we get into Q2, how are you seeing the demand environment currently? Are you seeing, like starting July, have you seen an increased from passengers to go out and travel a bit more? What is it that you're seeing on the ground currently?
You see, going forward, the environment in India today is that the investment in rail infrastructure is growing, economy is booming, and we are in an environment where we are expected to get more number of trains in the days to come. So our all segments, be it catering, be it rail, be it IT and tourism also, because we mostly do rail-based tourism, these all are likely to grow exponentially.
Now, I just want to talk about, the tourism business specifically. You've seen, in this quarter there was an impact on the macro factors, but this business has seen quite a revival from the last year. We've seen positive margins also coming in compared to last year when it was negative about 20%. What is it that's changed in this particular year? What has the company done to improve these margins? And how does this year look for the company for the tourism space?
You see, largely our tourism business, we are doing 2 kinds of tourism business. One is mass tourism through our Bharat Gaurav trains. And in that, certainly, yes, we could not do much because of model code of conduct. But other business like RTP rail-based tourism packages, that has seen a growth of 26%. And in our outbound tourism, it has increased by 229% in this quarter. And we are seeing the same kind of things happening. And when and as now model code of conduct is gone, 8 states we have already done MOUs with them. So our margin certainly will grow because of all these segments which are highly profitable. We have included in our business.
Anything in particular that that has come about in the last 2 quarters? Any kind of new MOUs that you signed with certain specific states that you want to call out?
Yeah, we have signed our MOU with DMRC, CBI, and a couple of other MOUs are in the way. And we have signed MOU with state government, 8 state government we have already signed, 2 other state government already the process is on. Most likely will be signing in this quarter only.
Now just let me take a step back from the segmental performance and talk about, the 2 main triggers for you, which is going to be Vande Bharat as well as, a larger focus on high-speed rail trains. What is the long-term benefit that you're seeing from these particular segments? which are the verticals, because you're present across a few verticals which are linked to, the tourism space as well as, ticketing as well. What is the benefit that you see from, these two spaces, the Vande Bharat as well as increased penetration of high-speed rail?
You see, Vande Bharat and high-speed trains are certainly going to add infrastructure for free and smooth movement of passengers across India, and that will give challenge to the even low-cost airlines. And the more number of trains are coming, the more business is there with for IRCTC. Our only challenge will be to grab as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Thanks.
Well, that's good to hear. So just one follow-up. What is the current contribution from Vande Bharat specifically for IRCTC? And are you the sole supplier for across verticals of rail, neer, tourism as well as, catering? Or is there some other suppliers also currently for the Vande Bharat?
No. You see, so far as catering is concerned and rail neer is concerned, IRCTC has been given the mandate. And in rail neer, as we are not able to supply the complete demand, though we have improved our rail neer production, we have enhanced the capacity and further enhancing the capacity, but as we are not able to fulfill the demand, so other players are also coming. But once we put our things in place, we will be gaining too much.
Anything you can specify on what's the current contribution from the Vande Bharat trains to revenue?
It's a sizable one. You see, we have total 51 pair of Vande Bharat, out of which catering we are doing on 48 Vande Bharat trains. So all the Vande Bharat trains are with us. Almost.
So somewhere in the mid-teens, is that a number that we could go with? If you can't specify the exact number, somewhere in the mid-teens?
Yeah, certainly yes. Because now you see the trains which the future trains are only Vande Bharat. So certainly when the number will add, so we'll improve our share.
Now, just one question on the license fee. Do you see it? Do you see IRCTC increasing the license fee anytime over the next 12 to 18 months? Because you're going to see a lot of demand. As you said, Q1 was affected due to model code of conduct, but we are expecting a larger push on consumers from Q3 itself. Do you see any kind of impact on increasing the license fee currently? Do you see that happening over the next 12 to 18 months?
Not now.
My final question, sir. Now, margins we've seen, for the internet ticketing segment be upwards of around 18%. You are guiding for, better margins in the tourism space as well, and increasing the capacity of rail neer going forward. Do you see that this year will be a better year for margins for IRCTC compared to the last year? And how are you seeing the revenue potential? Because there's a lot of impetus on growth in the second half itself. So if you could just guide us on these two things, margins across verticals as well as revenue growth higher this year, because there's a lot of pressure on H2 to deliver.
Oh, good question. You see, what we are trying to do as of now, we want to improve our product mix. We want to improve certain segments which were laggard earlier, and our main target is to provide affordable facilities to the customers, so that we be competitive in the market, and we gain the major chunk of the market slowly. So our strategy would be, at the moment, that add more and more number of business there, more and more customers there, and for that, even if we have to trade off with the same number of margins, we would like to add volume and the numbers. So our strategy is to improve the revenue first, and keeping and maintaining the same level of margins.
Understood. So revenue growth this year while maintaining margins, it's a good outlook for IRCTC this year. Thank you, Mr. Jain, for joining us today and speaking to us on Q1, as well as what looks at a good set of numbers, as well as a promising year for this particular financial year 2025. We wish you the best and look forward to our next conversation. But thank you so much for joining us today.